What's going on, people? Uncle Hotep back at it again. Happy Tuesday. How y'all doing? I'm here fresh in the morning. Got some work done, so I'm not swamped. Well, I'm less swamped. So I got time to make a video. Undocumented Irish caught in Trump's immigration dragnet. Now, I want to make this video. You know, I made a post on Akali about this. You know, and it's got 5 threads. You know, it's doing a little bit of numbers for me. I don't really post. You know what I mean? I'm a lurker and a troller. Not a troller. I just tell the truth. But anyway, I made this post because on Akali, everybody's saying all the immigration policy is racist. And what do you know? You know, this poor Irish white boy is getting deported. No, the immigration policy isn't about race. You know, it's about saving money, and some of these people are illegal, and it's dragging on the economy. I'm telling you. You know, some of them might have to want to say down the line, it might be some culture and ethnic thing or whatever that would change the face of, you know, America, whatever. I wouldn't go that far. There's maybe some truth to it about the, you know, if you take people from one place and move them to somewhere else, eventually, if they don't assimilate, then eventually where their new place is, it comes like just where they came from. You know, and that can be either good or bad, to be honest with you. But it's not about race. You know what I mean? ICE is equal opportunity getting people out of here. Equal opportunity. It don't matter whatever ethnic creed, whatever. You know what I mean? If you don't got your papers right, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna deport you. And this fool, Dylan O'Riordan, 19, is detained by the ICE for 4 months and scheduled to be put on the plane to Dublin next week. The Trump administration has aggressively deporting foreign nationals home around the globe, from Somalia to Slovakia, though Mexicans, Central Americans, and Haitians make up 9 out of 10 people removed from the United States. Year-end figures analyzed by NPR show that deportations to the rest of the world have jumped 24%. They're not playing no games. Some are formerly recalcitrant countries that used to reject U.S. deportees but now have agreed to take them. These nations include Guinea, Cuba, Bangladesh, Iraq, Vietnam, and Afghanistan. However, agents with ICE are arresting more immigrants in the interior of the United States who have overstayed their visas. 90% of deportations went to these countries: Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, and others. 56% going to Mexico. That's crazy. Guatemala, El Salvador. A case in point, unauthorized Irish in Boston. This is crazy. It's really indiscriminate. ICE and their aggressive tactics of detention are going after Irish as much as they're going after any other nationality. Ronnie Miller, director of the ICE Center in Boston. Sitting in the visiting room of the Suffolk County House of Corrections, Dylan O'Riordan, 19, wears a lemon yellow jail jumpsuit and a bewildered look on his face. Look at him. I was aware of how the Trump immigration was going to get a lot harder, but I didn't pay as much mind to it as I should have, which was my first mistake. You thought Trump was going to let you live? Shit. He was born in Galway, Ireland. Both of his parents had lived in Massachusetts before he was born and already had green cards. They brought Dylan from Ireland to the Boston area in 2010 on the visa waiver program. He was 12 years old. He overstayed his 90 days and began living his life like any other American teenager, although all unauthorized. I got something in my eye, man. I'm fucking blinking. What the fuck? Sorry about that. You know, man, he got a little daughter too. They recently got married in a jail chapel. See, he should have been had his shit, man. Well, he's overstayed, but man, his parents fucked him up, man. At 19, he had a child with his girlfriend Brenna, then dropped out of high school and went to work for his uncle's roofing company. About 4 months ago, he and Brenna were shopping at a mall when they got into an argument. Brenna denied she was assaulted. It was nothing at all. Some woman called the cops, said I was abusing my girlfriend. Dumb. Reardon was arrested for domestic assault and battery, but Brenna denied she had been assaulted. The county chose not to prosecute. Reardon had no prior criminal record, so the judge let him go. Then when he walked out of his holding cell, ICE agents were waiting for him. Someone in the courthouse had tipped him off. He has been locked up for 4 months now. Visitors from some countries with good U.S. relations don't need visas, but they're at a disadvantage compared with immigrants who illegally cross the border. They don't have a right to an immigration hearing if the state posted. Stay past 90 days. See, they're really fucked up. If anything, they're showing more detriment. I mean, it's more. What's got something? They're showing more leeway to the border jumpers. Funny how that works. Damn, they getting them Haitians out of here. I'm talking about this is the biggest increase. Everybody has a big jump. Now his lawyer says that his client was brought here when he was a child, but ICE won't budge. The petitions have been, well, he waived whatever rights he had when he came. 12-year-olds don't waive rights. I've never seen anything like it. I can't wrap my head around it. This is the message from ICE. Dylan O'Riordan overstayed the terms of his admission by more than 7 years. ICE deportation officers can counter him in September 2017 when he was arrested on local criminal charges. ICE served him with an administrative final order of removal. He is scheduled to be put on a plane to Dublin later this week. In 2017, ICE deported 34 undocumented Irish, up from 26 the year before. The numbers are tiny compared with 128,765 Mexicans ejected from the country last year. But in Boston's close-knit Irish community, the wave of arrest is big news. There's a whole wave of them. Tommy says his undocumented Irish customers are worried these days. It makes everyday life more difficult. For a simple traffic stop, they can be deported. He tells of a story of a prominent local Irish immigrant, John Cunningham, who went on camera with an Irish TV crew last year talking about his fear of living illegally in Boston. Weeks later, ICE arrested him and sent him back to Ireland. Like, why would he get on TV? You know, you shouldn't get on TV if that was the case. That's crazy. Oh, it was shocked because it wasn't during a traffic stop he was arrested in his home. It means it could happen to anybody because he was a very well-known figure in the Irish community. They have no confidence the color of their skin provides any protection for them. You should see the thread on the collar. They think the exact opposite. They think their white skin is protection from them. And somebody even pointed out I'm talking about this. I made this thread. Go to the Kali. There he is. There it is. Somebody made the comment about the it's 128,000. The only 34 got sent out last year out of allegedly a 50,000 illegal Irish community, but they're comparing 765,000 Mexicans. We don't know how many Mexicans are here. We don't know. By DACA, man, they're just saying 8 million. People been coming every day. You might get 50,000 over here in 6 months. You know what I mean? The Irish community, it's not like they can get over here like that easy. You know what I mean? There's just so many more. You can't even compare it. I might do the numbers on that because I think it's, but you don't even know the true number of how many illegal immigrants that are coming from Mexico. You don't even know. There's probably millions that are here illegally. It's crazy. Ireland estimates as many 50,000 unauthorized Irish are living in the shadows in America. The government is so concerned that the Prime Minister has appointed a member of Parliament, John Deasy, to be a special envoy to U.S. Congress. His mission is to work out an immigration earmark for the unauthorized Irish to find them a pathway to citizenship and get them work visas. The Irish Consul General in Boston says with Ireland's small population, there's hardly a family in Ireland that doesn't know someone living illegally in the U.S. That's why the government places such a strong emphasis on it. We know the impact of living an undocumented life has on people to not be able to go home for their funerals or celebrations. The fear and isolation can result from that. The Irish government is seeking a solution because of cases like O'Riordan's. Damn, they got married in jail. That's crazy. Oh, Brenna's moving to Ireland with him. Brenna says she now plans to move to Ireland with their infant daughter, Delilah. She and Dylan hope their marriage will help him get a green card to return one day. Meanwhile, she says she's being forced out of her country just to be with her husband. I salute Brenna. She did the right thing. America needs a solution to its immigration policy, but you can't come over here and just be undocumented, man. That's a no-go. That's a no-go. I mean, you was here for 7 years, man. You gotta. Oh, correction. Say that he was brought to on a visitor visa. He came under the visitor visa waiver program. Oh, I think I read that the correction was in there. But hey, man, Trump is not using racism to deport. He's just deporting. It's that simple. This is what I made the video. I want to tell the story of Dylan. Ever since Dylan came out, then now there's 2 ways to say that goddamn word. But anyway, name. He's going home, but this might work out for the best. You never know. And life, is strange. You know what I mean? He might be finding hard times now, but this might turn out for the best for him. And just like for everybody else getting deported, you go back home. That's life isn't over. You got to keep it moving, right? You know what I mean? When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Anyway, this is Uncle Hotep. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.